Hey guys, steveo here from Movies and TVs on the Ball, and I was just wanting to know what your thoughts on the Jetsons and the Flintstones film. I don't know if you grew up in the 60s and watched the Flintstones show and the Jetsons film, but they showed, you had back in 1990, I want to say 1990 or 1991, you had an animated theatrical film, The Jetsons the movie, where George Jetson goes to get another job as a new, kind of a new company, and there's like a 80s/90s band that Judy falls in love with. Elroy meets a robot friend. It's an okay film. I've only seen reviews of it. I've heard many things review. Then there's a film that came out in 1994, the live action The Flintstones, with John Goodman, who played Fred Flintstone great. And it had Cliff Vanderbeek, played by the guy from Showgirls, Kyle MacLachlan, I think is his name, MacLachlan. And I liked it. At the time, it came out when I was about, I want to say 7 or 8, so I have fondest memories of it. I've heard people say it's not that great, but it was directed by a guy who really knows how to do kids films. Then they showed back in 2000, they did, instead of a sequel, they did a prequel movie called The Flintstones in Viva Rock Vegas. I've seen, it's okay. It's kind of a film that doesn't really it's not as great as The Flintstones, but that's not saying that much from what I've heard. I liked the fact you kind of had a reverse thing where John Goodman in the Flintstones played him very much like Fred really well, and you had Stephen Baldwin. Surprisingly, I think Rick Moranis did a fine job, but Stephen Baldwin really got the voice right for Barney in the Flintstones Viva Rock Vegas. And then you had the time travel film. It had like a villain that really was not that motivated, who wanted to date Wilma. And there was Alan Cumming plays like a Mick Jagger type character who wants to steal Betty away from Barney. It was alright. Then you saw they find Dino from getting hatched from at a Ferris wheel. It's a pretty good one. And then there's I thought it's alright. I don't know if it's better than the Flintstones. Let me know what your thoughts are on both of these live action Flintstones films. Then you had the Jetsons Meet the Flintstones, which I've never seen. I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I feel like it was a smart crossover. It was a crossover, I think, for all you 80s kids and 90s kids wanted to see. I liked how the Jetsons and the Flintstones got to meet each other. It worked really well. I thought that it's just cool. It's just kind of surreal to see the Jetsons and the Flintstones together, and it really worked out pretty well from what I've seen. But what's your thoughts on a live action Jetsons? Would you like to have seen a live action Jetsons? Do you feel like the Flintstones kind of ruined that? Do you feel like the Flintstones were great? Did you have nostalgia for Flintstones and Viva Rock Vegas, which came out in 2000? Did you have fondness did you have any of the McDonald's toys from the Flintstones, like Rock Donald's, when they were really promoting the Flintstones movie? I think Super Nintendo had a video game based on it. I know there was some books and like cups and stuff. But let me know what your thoughts are on the Jetsons movie, the Flintstones movie, Flintstones in Viva Rock Vegas, and Jetsons Meet the Flintstones animated film in the comments below. And as always, like and subscribe. If you want me to cover anything else, please comment below as well. And see you at the movies. Bye.